Welcome! Today we're going to uncover the secrets to protecting your amazing garden from all those pesky critters, but we're going to do it the organic way. It's all about working with nature, not against it. All right, let's dive in.
So you've planted your seeds, you've watered them, you've watched them sprout, and then you see it. These tiny, mysterious holes in the leaves. It's so frustrating, I know. But don't worry, you're definitely not alone, and we're about to build a plan to protect your plants.
So instead of getting frustrated, we're going to learn how to team up with nature to protect your plants. This isn't about declaring all-out war. It's more about creating balance and really becoming a true guardian of your garden's little ecosystem.
Okay, first things first. Every hero needs to know their villain, right? Identifying the culprit is the absolute first step to solving the problem. So let's meet some of the common bad guys who are trying to make a meal out of your garden.
On one side, you've got aphids. These are those teeny tiny insects that just cluster all over the stems and literally suck the life right out of your plants. And on the other side, you've got caterpillars, the munching machines like the infamous cabbage worm that can turn a beautiful leaf into Swiss cheese like overnight.
And oh yeah, let's not forget the slugs and snails. They're kind of like the night shift crew, right? They come out when it's cool and damp and leave behind that slimy trail of evidence. So now that we've met our munchers, the big question is, how do we stop them without harming everything else in the garden?
A great garden guardian knows that the best defense is a good offense. It's all about prevention and making your garden a no-go zone for pests right from the very start.
You can literally build a force field for your plants. Simple things like fine insect mesh or row covers are just amazing because they let all the good stuff in, sun, water, air, but they keep the munchers out. The key here is just how simple and effective they are. Just make sure to secure the edges so nothing can sneak in from underneath.
And this leads to a really important idea. Strong plants are pest-resistant plants. Pests often target plants that are already weak or unhealthy. So, our main goal is to grow plants that are just too tough to become a target in the first place.
Think of it like this. Feeding your soil with rich organic compost is like giving your plants a superhero smoothie. It gives them all the nutrients they need to build up their own defenses, which makes them way less appealing and a lot more resilient to any attacks.
But what if some pests manage to get through your fortress? Hey, don't worry. A true garden guardian has plenty of gentle but super effective tools for when it's time to spring in action. Believe it or not, one of your absolute best tools is your own two hands. Seriously, they say the best pest control is a gardener's shadow. If you spend just a little time in your garden each day, you can spot bigger pests like caterpillars and just gently pick them off. It makes a huge difference.
Now, for tiny pests like aphids, a simple, strong blast of water from a hose can be a super effective way to just wash the problem away. It physically knocks them right off the plant, and for bugs that small, that's a trip they often don't come back from. Okay, for those really stubborn cases, you can mix up a simple potion. A little bit of mild soap and water creates a spray that works on soft-bodied insects like aphids. It basically dissolves their protective outer layer. But remember, this should be a last resort. Always test it on a small part of the plant first and try to apply it in the evening when helpful pollinators like bees aren't buzzing around.
Now for my favorite part. The best secret of being a garden guardian is knowing you don't have to fight alone. It is time to assemble your team of beneficial bug superheroes. Your goal is to create a place they actually want to live.
First up, the famous ladybug. These guys are ferocious predators of aphids. And get this, their larvae, which look like tiny little alligators, are even hungrier than the adults. They're like the elite cleanup crew of the garden.
Next, meet the lacewing. Don't let its delicate looks fool you one bit. Its larvae are nicknamed aphid lions for a very good reason. They are fierce hunters that just gobble up aphids, mites, and all sorts of other bad bugs.
So how do you get these heroes into your garden? It's actually easy. You invite them. You plant lots of flowers and herbs that they love to eat and live in. Letting your herbs flower is a huge welcome sign. It's like you're sending out an invitation to the best party in town, creating a habitat they'll want to call home.
So, you're ready to be a garden guardian. And remember, this is an ongoing practice, not a one-time fix. So let's just recap with the 5 secret rules that are going to guide you to success.
Rule number 1. Always defend first. Think of it as proactive protection. By using physical barriers and really focusing on building that rich, incredible soil, you're creating a garden that's naturally strong. This is your greatest superpower because it solves problems before they even get a chance to start. Rule number 2,
Be observant. Make it a habit to spend just 5 minutes every day really looking at your plants. I mean, under the leaves, along the stems, the whole deal. Your eyes are your most important tool. Catching a few pests early is simple. Dealing with a full-blown infestation is way harder.
Rule number 3. Keep your actions simple. Before you reach for any spray, even an organic one, just ask yourself, is there an easier way? Mechanical solutions like handpicking or a strong jet of water are incredibly effective and have zero side effects on the rest of your garden. Always, always start with the gentlest method possible.
Rule number 4. Team up with nature. Remember, you are not fighting this battle alone. You've got a whole team of superheroes, from ladybugs and lacewings to birds and frogs, just waiting to help. Your job is to be a good host by planting diverse flowers, providing a little water source, and avoiding any chemicals that could hurt your allies.
And finally, rule number 5, be patient. I know, this can be the hardest one, but creating a balanced garden ecosystem is a journey, not a race. You might not see an army of ladybugs the day after you plant some dill. Nature works on its own schedule. You just have to trust that if you build a healthy, inviting system, your superhero allies will find their way to you. You see, by choosing these organic methods, you're not just fighting pests. You are building a thriving, buzzing, and delicious little world. You're becoming the guardian of an entire ecosystem. So the real question is, who will you invite to your garden party?